Alright kids, this is TechFour here. Snack time fucking made a shitty ass video, so I'm gonna watch it and yeah, that's about it. I'll tell you everything that he's wrong about and everything that he's also wrong about.
Your boy's back?
I will say, I've watched the first minute of this already, and I was like, I'm not having any of this shit.
It's thundering down here in Florida.
Snack time, I love you.
I just drove 200 miles to Orlando, drove 200 miles back, and now...
If you're going to drive 200 miles anywhere, fuck Orlando.
I'm looking at a PowerPoint I threw together in about 5 minutes for Snack Time's Aaliyah Playoff Analysis 2. Now, obviously, for some people, they do not care. Their season's over and they're not watching. To people who I will not call out, and that you definitely cannot see on the screen, screw you. Why do you hate independent content from RC? Absolutely outrageous behavior, and I will be unfriending you momentarily. But that's after this video. Today we will be talking about the Lunar Finals, Solar Finals, and the championship game, and what I think is going to happen. But first, let's look at the bracket. Now,
let's do bracket.
This is not how my bracket looked. Last time we were here, I did not have either of these two teams in Solar Finals, and I had one of these teams in Lunar Finals. So, you know, I did pretty good, I feel. You know, Solar Round 1, I got half of it right. Lunar Round 1, I got half of it right. Round 2, did not go well, but the Great Whites got through. And that's all that matters to me. I got 1 out of the 4 teams going through. And that's better than like half the people predicting half the time.
Name a more iconic duo.
You know, shout out to Great Whites for having my back on this one. Now, before we move on to just looking at the series that have to come through and what I think will happen, I have some apologies to dish out.
Listen.
Now, some of these teams, I kind of disrespected in the last video, and I feel like we gotta highlight how they just said "fuck off, Snack" in their own way.
I'm ready for this.
Rottweilers, I had them getting swept. I thought someone with a superior team and they were going to sweep them. And Rottweilers said, fuck you, and did the sweeping instead. They got a 3-0 on something. A big 3-0. And unfortunately they didn't make it past round 2, but that is way better than what I gave them credit for. And I'd like to apologize for Rottweilers for that. K-Stars, I said they were going to be swept with their starters alongside without their starters, and not only did they not get swept, they got a big Game 5 win in Round 1 against Thunder, a team that everyone thought was going to win, and they went on to Round 2. Unfortunately, they also lost there, but that is also still better than me saying they would get swept. I was just coping from PTSD from Slider dropping a K on me in veteran playoffs, and I wanted his downfall to happen, and instead, that did not happen. Speaking of Thunder, we have to apologize for that to them, not just for me, but I think everyone as a collective needs to apologize for them, because they got jinxed the fuck out of. I swear to God, everyone had this team winning, and then bam, round 1. That is divine intervention at work. I think Elite Chat screwed them, and I think that we need to hold a vigil for them. A vigil for Vig. It's that's basically how it goes. I realized there was a good work on there, and I just fucked it up, but. Apologies to Thunder for everyone jinxing you. You did not deserve that. Moment of silence for them. Okay, but we need a bigger moment of silence for this one. I have to apologize to Sloths. Number 1 seed going into round 1 against Menthol, and I said, all right, Menthol's got this. And, you know, I really wanted to have a really banger prediction, and I got a banger prediction at the expense of the Sloths. I even got the series score right. It was a Game 5 loss for the number 1 seed in Solar, the best team by record in the whole Elite, and that is the most depressing scenario to be in. I was talking about PTSD from Slider. That is exactly what happened to me, and I threw shit across the room. I was that pissed. That's the only time I've been legitimately angry at RC, and I feel like Sloths are going through that right now. So, big apologies to them, and you know, you guys had a strong season. It just sucks as to end in the most painful way possible. But I will be demanding an apology from the following team. By the way, Gelato, I had them beating Azathoth, and they did not do that. Slate let me down. I had him as an MVP candidate, and he does this to me. You know, that is outrageous behavior from Slate, and I hope that everyone pings him as they watch this video and tells him, please apologize to Snackman. Anyway. Now, there's a team I forgot to put in my apology section, and that's number 3 seed here, Azathoth. I had them getting swept by, I had them losing to Gelato. They evidently did not get lose to Gelato. Now that
swept by Gelato. Snack time. I didn't see your first video. I'm glad I didn't see your first video. Well, that's some levels of disrespect that I didn't think you were capable of. Thought you were my guy.
They're on my little analysis screen. I have no idea if ACP is back or not, so I kept him on the bench. If he's back, Argnor and Levani, I'm sorry. You can say that in the Elite Chat once you watch this video. You guys are big fans, apparently. But if Atlas is still the guy playing, I saw him as the X Factor for Great Whites. Nothing really changes here for me. Argnor and Levani are still really good. I don't think they are fine. They are fine with me telling the world that they're probably the strongest team left. They're not going to get in on their heads about it. But they are facing a team that has that playoff energy, that playoff blood, that playoff juice. All right. They got Azathoth. We got Skolzy, Denmoose, Greg as the starters, and Professor X as the bench player. I've decided that Greg is not the X Factor player, though, for Azathoth. I have playoff Moose out there. He's done it before last season. He's done it again. I remember Chip saying, you know, when I got to the finals against Geeky Ghouls last season, it was because Skolzy and Denmoose brought me there, and it looks like Skolzy and Denmoose are bringing the team back to finals on their own, especially Denmoose. He has been
really good.
An X factor for them. Playoff moves. He's getting on the juice. He's getting on the buzz train. You know, hammering down some dragons. You know, and he is performing like a beast. I forgot to put them in my apology section for getting swept, and now I have to apologize again. Azathoth are a strong team on paper. Great Whites are the favorite, but you know, in playoff form, this is a tough challenge, and I wouldn't be surprised if Azathoth win this year. They win the championship. All right, you got to look out. Here. I think the winner of this series is the stronger favorite for the champ.
Not when I say he's correct, I'm not talking. He's now saying that the winner of this series is the favorite for the championship. What I'm saying is this is going to be a hard fucking matchup, and I don't think either team wants to play each other right now. I say that as somebody who should have inside information, but I don't. These are two very good teams.
Championship, but that doesn't mean there's some slouches in Solar either. I did not change either of the X Factor's team. It's going to be Forza and Ampage leading their teams. Vibranium versus Anju. I got to watch Vibranium take on Menthol yesterday, and let me tell you guys, it was a hit the post simulator. All right, y'all were doing a crossbar challenge out there. All right, especially Menthol. I was watching Game 4. I swear to God, they had 3 open nets, and they hit the post every time, and that has to be depressing. It was a shootout of the wrong variety. And because of that, Vibranium got
Before
through
he gets there,
games.
I got
to take on an Andrew team who I've been kind of sleeping on. I didn't think they were going to do much noise. I respect Anthage. I respect Darian, Kitsugura's IDR stats over here in my head. But I didn't really. I was sleeping on them a little bit. And now they're here in the semifinals and have a chance to defeat Vibranium and go all the way. You know, you can't sleep on them. Anthage, you know, you got to be in the Master Finals last season. Don't know if he played because I think he was the bench guy for Ox Gaming, but he was there.
Keep in mind these stats just got updated.
All right, I don't watch Master Finals. Right, last Master Finals I watched was like it was Buckle's team and a Shark Attack team. The Shark Attack won that shit like 3 times in a row, and it was like the worst gameplay I've ever seen in my life. Like I watched the Prospect Finals like a few days ago. That shit was like more skilled, but that's just how the playoffs are. It's a nervy mess. So. But this Andrew team made through. I think it's going to be Nervy, Rocket League, both series, Nervy, Rocket League. I expect that Vibranium are going to miss the net like they did against the Menthol, like they were. And their goal here is to miss open nets less than Andrew did. Because that...
Can we also talk about the disrespect here? Like... Now, I get it. I understand why Snack Time did this, and he said he put third and bench on Vibranium's side. I get it. Both Likewise and DJ can come in and play well. But, like, the way this is written up, basically Snack Time just saying, you guys both fucking suck, and it's up to Forza and Donald, and we don't really give a shit who else plays. And, DJ, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect. Just gonna put that out there.
It's literally what I saw from that. So it's just a game about scoring goals, honestly, at this point. But nothing's changed here for me. Forza is the best player on Vibranium. He's the X Factor. He's the guy to trade for. He's the guy they're going to look forward to score. Anthage is the lead man for Andrew. Obviously, his IDR is the lowest on on the fucking starting lineup here, so it means his teammates are benefiting from his little ball chasing, good old SVB number. But it's going to be just a battle between team and team here. I don't think it's going to be like Forza carrying them. Donald has been a solid starter carrying his own weight. DJ has been a solid starter also carrying his own weight. I believe instead of having third and bench, I could have put DJ on the expected starters though. And put likewise on the bench permanently. But these two series are going to be some good Rocket League. This one I expect to be a little bit messier than the winner one here. But this should be a good semifinals. All right, let's just be honest with each other here. This is going to be some great series of Rocket League. And then Elite Finals will happen, and it's going to be the worst Rocket League we're ever going to see because it's finals. Unless Donald's there, because Donald's done this like a million times, and he's going to look like he's like been there. And that's bad news for us because I've seen how Donald plays, and it's just like turbo pulse on the pitch, except he's Grand Champ one. And I don't know if we should all see that. We're going to see competent Rocket League from Donald, but everyone else is going to be nervy Rocket League, and we're going to get some nail-biting misses. But what does Snack Time think's going to happen?
Well, you've already showed us. Snack.
Now, as
you failed this. You already showed us this slide.
I got to tell you, yes. I've disrespected them a bunch. Gelato, I had them going over them, but I shouldn't have done that. Skullsy 9 is a mechanical masterclass. Dead
you've already
Moose
shown
is on
us
playoff
the slide.
form. I'm Old Greg has been their best player, their star player. And they may be taking on a good team like Great Whites, but I've seen this storyline before. You don't have to do the video in one take. And I believe Azathoth have a great chance of repeating here, guys. So, who will win in the end? Azathoth have a great chance of repeating, but I still guarantee the Great Whites are going all the way, baby. 3-2 to the Great Whites. This is going to be a banger series. But my boys at Shark Attack, my boy Argnor, my boy Clef, my boy Atlas will be the ones to finally take down this roaring monster that is Azathoth, all right? This is the team that I think can do it, and if they don't do it, I am not surprised.
Snacka, looking at you. I respect your prediction. But don't forget to apologize. Don't forget to apologize in the next video. Thank you.
If this goes 3-2 towards Azathoth instead of Great Whites, but I think whoever wins the series is going to win. And today I am guaranteeing Great Whites will do it.
He has so much energy.
But in Solar, who is going to be the team that takes on the Great Whites? I don't think the Solar Series goes to 5. I think it goes to 4 in favor of either team. All right, I cannot like get away from the ugly Rocket League I witnessed between Vibranium and Menthol. So I had to think about it for a second. Vibranium, stronger team on paper. You know, Force is going to be the best player on the pitch, but it didn't really look like that made much of a difference in that series. It looked like just two ugly teams battling out, trying not to suck the most. You know, that's what playoffs is.
You just think Andrew sucks?
No, I'd say Great Whites and Azathoth is going to be a banger 5-game series. These guys are going to play terribly as well. All right, and that's just the reality of playoff RC Rocket League. So
you said you saw Vibranium sucking, and you're just assuming
but
this match is going to be a suck.
I have
saying
my boy Anvich, the admin, the man who's going to run the whole league, is going to run the elite tier, at least on the Solar side, and go on to the finals and beat Donald. Now, Maybe me saying this has guaranteed a Vibranium victory, but I gotta rock with my boy Anthage. Right?
I think Vibranium.
I picked an admin before, and that got me Menthol in round 2. I'm gonna pick an admin again, but I will not be surprised if it's a 3-1 towards Vibranium. This shit is not going to 5 though. I just get that feeling. This could be a sweep for either team. This is not going to 5. All right, if this series goes to 5, then I'm a fraud. And you know what? I looked like a fraud last time I uploaded a video.
Zach, I'm not going to say you're a fraud. But if you want to say you're a fraud, I ain't going to defend you.
And I'm ready to look like a fraud
unless
again.
I get an apology.
Andrew's going to win 3-1. I think it'll be a nervy series just like the one on top. It'll
I didn't know who the fuck Andrew is.
Anthage doing his best,
keeping
the team calm, and scoring some goals. Now, as you can tell, I'm a little bit biased towards the lunar side. So I do have the Great Whites winning 4-2 over Andrew. It's not going to be a sweep. All right, it's playoffs. It's going to be nervy. It's going to be some ugly Rocket League. I remember pointing out that I had Gelato winning their series because like they looked decent against Great Whites, and Great Whites kind of looked a little bad. But I think they're in playoff form. I think Azathoth are also in playoff form. So If Azathoth win, it's a 4-2 either way. But Great Whites are my picks to win the Elite Championship. I'm going to ride with the 1 seed. It's the boring answer, but it's the correct answer. I think Argnor has been waiting too long for a championship. I think Lavani will do the work. Shout out to my favorite Gen 5 bug Pokemon. They only have like one good bug Pokemon in that game, and it's that evolutionary line. My boy Alice going to win the sub of the season right here. That's not an award, and it sounds like, we'll get him a coupon for Subway. But I think the Great Whites will be a little bit
you better get that coupon.
Side. I think the best
team
that probably could have came out of Slow, obviously the Sloths, and everyone else
here.
is like a little step below. And since Sloths kind of had a blah, it's going to be a lunar victory here. Great Whites will 4-2 over Oranja. So, you're welcome for guaranteeing a Vibranium victory. Thank you for watching. I can't wait for these to be wrong as well. But if they're right, hey, shout out to Great Whites for making me look good. But that is all I got. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see some good Rocket League. We'll watch the Elite Finals on twitch.tv/RC Solar. Vibranium versus Azathoth will be very lit, as I predicted the opposite of that. And I hope to see you all there. I'll probably be in the chat watching. So, bye-bye.
All I'm saying, I better get that apology.